Welcome back to Choti Si Dunya. Before we start episode 6 of the Dragonheart Princess, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. The morning sun rose slowly over the floating islands, casting golden rays through drifting clouds that shimmered like soft silk. Liora opened her eyes to the warm glow, still curled beside Arion, who was snoring lightly, sparks puffing out of his nostrils with every breath. She smiled softly, brushing her hand across his smooth scales. The pulsing mark on her hand was brighter today, glowing with a steady rhythm, stronger, sharper, almost alive. It felt as if it wanted to tell her something urgent. She whispered, "Looks like today is going to be intense." And Arion chirped, as if agreeing before stretching his wings with a crackling burst of light. As they lifted into the air, Liora noticed something unusual. The sky felt heavier, as if the clouds carried whispers of danger. A strange stillness hovered over the floating islands, and even the normally cheerful crystal birds seemed quieter. They flew over glowing waterfalls and silver forests until they spotted a new island unlike any they had seen before. It floated lower than the others, covered in thick swirling mist that resembled rolling smoke. The trees there were tall and white, like bones reaching toward the sky, and faint lights flickered between them like ghostly embers. The pulsing mark on Liora's hand grew warmer, tugging at her heart like a string pulling her toward destiny. "We're supposed to go down there. I can feel it," she murmured. Arion hesitated, wings twitching nervously, but followed her descent. The moment they landed, the air shifted. The mist curled around them, whispering like gentle voices. Liora felt the ground vibrate softly under her feet, as if the island itself was breathing. As they walked deeper, the white trees began to glow faintly, illuminating a wide path that led to a colossal stone gate, carved with dragons and humans standing side by side. The sight made Liora's breath catch. The carvings showed the same symbols that glowed on her hand, proof that she was connected to something ancient. She touched the gate, and the symbols flared to life, sending a warm wave through her body. The heavy stone began to slide open with a deep, rumbling sound. Inside the gate was a massive underground chamber filled with floating crystals, each humming with magic. The entire space glowed softly, like stars drifting in a night sky. At the center stood a towering statue of an ancient dragon, with wings spread wide, large enough to touch the chamber ceiling. Its eyes glowed a gentle blue the instant Liora stepped inside. She froze. Arion pressed close to her leg nervously. Suddenly, a low voice echoed inside her mind. Calm, deep, ancient. It wasn't speaking in words she knew, yet she understood everything. "Chosen one of the Dragonheart? You have arrived at last," Liora gasped, stumbling back. The statue wasn't alive, but its spirit was speaking to her. "Me, chosen," she whispered, trembling. The voice continued, explaining that long ago, humans and dragons lived united as protectors of Skyvale, their powers linked by trust and courage. But darkness rose, the same darkness that the Shadow Rider now served. To fight it, a Dragonheart was chosen every century. A human granted the power to link their heart with the dragons, forming a bond that could command storms, light, and ancient magic. Liora's mark was proof she was the next Dragonheart. Her chest tightened with disbelief. "But I'm just me. I'm not brave like the others were." The dragon spirit's voice softened. "Courage is not born. It is discovered in the moments when fear surrounds you. Yet you choose to rise." Arion nudged her hand gently, his little sparks warming her palm. Liora took a deep breath and stepped forward. The statue lowered its glowing head, and the chamber filled with swirling lights. The crystals rose into the air, circling her and Arion. Warm energy wrapped around them, lifting them slightly off the ground. The mark on Liora's hand flared into brilliant gold, and Arion's scales shimmered with vibrant electricity. She felt a surge inside her chest, like a second heartbeat, synchronizing with Arion's. Their bond deepened, not just rider and dragon, but partners sharing one powerful force. The light grew brighter, swirling faster, until it exploded into a soft wave of warmth that washed across the chamber. Liora floated back down gently, trembling but filled with new strength. Arion chirped excitedly, sparks dancing wildly around him like miniature lightning bolts. "We're stronger now," she whispered, understanding that she had been changed forever. But the moment was shattered by a sudden, violent crack that echoed through the chamber. The ground shook, sending crystals tumbling. The mist outside the gate swirled rapidly, turning dark. A chilling roar split the air. The dark wyvern, the Shadow Rider, had followed them. Liora's heart pounded, fear gripping her, but the dragon spirit's voice echoed one last time. "Use your bond. Trust each other. The storm within you will guide your wings." And the chamber doors slammed behind them, sealing the sanctuary. Arion growled softly, wings flaring as the wyvern burst from the clouds. Its glowing red eyes locked on Liora. The Shadow Rider raised his hand, and the shadows around him thickened like tar. Liora felt fear rising in her throat, but the mark on her hand throbbed again, steady, strong. She climbed onto Arion, gripping his shimmering scales. "Let's fly," she whispered, and Arion launched into the air with far more power than ever before. They shot upward, spiraling through the mist, leaving trails of electric light behind them. The wyvern roared and chased them, ripping through clouds with terrifying speed. The chase became a wild dance through the floating islands, dodging crumbling cliffs, darting under crystal arches, spiraling around tree-covered peaks. The new bond's power surged through Leora's veins, guiding her movements. She felt everything Arion felt, every shift of his wings, every spark ready to burst. When the wyvern lunged forward, Liora raised her hand instinctively, and a burst of golden lightning exploded from her palm. It struck the wyvern's wing, making it shriek and falter. Liora gasped. The power felt warm, alive, almost like Arion was lending her a piece of himself. The Shadow Rider snarled and sent a wave of dark energy toward them. Arion twisted sharply, swirling them into a spiral of electricity that shattered the attack like glass. The sky sparkled with bursts of gold and blue as dragon and wyvern clashed, lighting up the heavens. Liora felt fear and strength collide inside her. She was indeed the same girl she had been days ago. She was rising into her destiny, one heartbeat at a time. Finally, Arion unleashed a powerful lightning burst, knocking the wyvern back into a distant island's side. The Shadow Rider held on, glaring with fiery eyes before disappearing into the swirling darkness. The sky calmed. Liora and Arion hovered in the air, chests heaving, sparks crackling around them. Liora hugged Arion tightly, tears of relief and pride filling her eyes. "We did it! We actually did it!" she whispered. As the sun set, painting the sky with rose and gold, Liora and Arion flew gently toward a peaceful floating meadow where glowing flowers pulsed softly. They landed, exhausted. Liora lay beside Arion, head resting against him, the stars twinkling above them. Her hand still glowed faintly, but the pain was gone, replaced with warmth and purpose. "We're the Dragonheart pair now," she whispered, "and whatever comes next, we'll face it together." Arion curled protectively around her, humming softly. The wind whispered through the flowers, carrying a sense of magic and fate. Somewhere far beyond, the Shadow Rider plotted his next move, but for now, Liora and Arion drifted into a peaceful sleep, stronger than ever.